Hello, everybody. It is Reed Mahalko from readaboutsex.com. Today with Cathy Vartuli from the intimacydojo.com. Hello, Cathy.
Hey, Reed. How are you?
I'm very good. So basically, for those of you who are tuning in, you should already know why you're tuning in, unless you just stumbled upon this video. But basically, what I'm doing and why Cathy's talking to me and why you're going to watch me talk to some other people is I'm about to launch my first big online training course, and I'm putting my feelers out there for people who want to be affiliates for me, which means that they're going to be sharing my products with their lists and the people that they know with an appropriate link that when they recommend my program to their people and they click on that link, it will track that person so that if they end up buying, signing up and registering for my course, the person who recommended them to me will get paid a percentage of what I make off of that course. That's what an affiliate program basically is. And this is my first time doing an affiliate program, really like launching it and kind of leveraging it, and I'm freaking out on my end because this, it's about links and numbers and trackbacks and all kinds of things that freak me out. And so what I ended up doing was I'm like, haha, I will call my peers and ask them for advice. One, on how not to screw this up. Two, how to be a better launcher of products so that I don't drive my affiliates crazy or screw something up hugely. And then also like how to be a good affiliate to somebody who's doing launches. So Cathy, thank you so much for joining us today because you have actually done this stuff.
Yes.
Several times with your other website, which is thrivingnow.com,
Yes.
with Rick Wilkes, and that you have like a huge list of people that like dwarfs mine's so tiny. It's like it's not even Pluto. It is a moon that orbits a small planet way far away.
It's not the size that counts. It's the action in the size.
And you know what, kids? If my list isn't Pluto, that means it's Uranus. So Cathy's a good friend of mine, an awesome peer. We've done several products together through your list, and transparency being a big thing for me. In full disclosure, Cathy's also volunteered to help me with my affiliate program and this launch, which is why we're talking to you first, so that people, one, get a sense of meeting you, what this is all about, they can get to know you, and then we've got several other videos or audios, if you're into just listening to the audio, of me interviewing other peers in the sex and relationship realm who do like huge launches. And so this whole training is basically just to get my sex ed peers and fellow workshop leaders and people that are just interested in being an affiliate for me or anybody else. This is really just kind of a teaching program to get people used to what affiliates are, how they work, and then more importantly for me, it's helping me not screw this up and to be a little less nervous. So teach me, Cathy Vartuli, how do we do this? Like what's your advice around affiliate or let me ask a better question. Why do you and Rick, and why do you guys do affiliates? Like what's the point?
Okay, so I think a lot of people come into affiliate or have heard enough about affiliates to have kind of an idea that it's this creepy thing where you go around and push products at people and make money, but it's not very ethical or clean.
And I was that very the 90s.
What's it? I'm sorry.
That was called the 1990s.
Yes, we don't do that anymore. Well, some people do, but I don't do that. I was really reluctant to do it at first because I had that mindset that this is not something you do, and it's not you're not adding value to your people on your list. And it's really important to me to add value to people that have given me their email and their trust. And as I started reading more about it, and we found some people that we really enjoy following marketing wise, we realized it is about adding value. You don't promote someone just because you're going to make a lot of money off of promoting their stuff. You promote something that you really care about, that has a lot of value for the people that are following you. And if you get money on the side, that's great. And you're transparent about it. We tell our list, this is an affiliate link. We let them know ahead of time. But we don't promote something we're not excited about just to make money.
Yeah.
So like the products we've promoted so far have been things that we've seen make a big transformation in people's lives. We didn't either want to duplicate their work or create our own. That you get to leverage other people, which is really cool. And they might leverage you. So you build a community of support where people are saying, that's really good. You might want to look at that. And it allows people to have more healing and be more effective in their lives in a way that you wouldn't reach otherwise. If each of us are quietly promoting our own thing, whatever size our list is, we're not growing our list. We're not helping people learn. We both follow Brendan Burchard, and one of the biggest things he talks about is building networks and building connections and promoting each other. We start building a community then, and we all know that the Sex Geek community is very powerful because people share and they say, that person's really good, go talk to them.
Well, and I also think, I mean, for me, I was really hesitant in the beginning to promote other people's products and make money off of it because it somehow felt like it was sketchy or weird. I know some of that for me was having a bad taste in my mouth from some of the hard push marketing and sales that people were doing early on the web, because I was curious about it, but it kind of felt so weird. And then there was a little bit like guilt of me recommending somebody else's product and making money on the back end if there was a sale. It felt like people wouldn't be able to trust me then, or trust my recommendations because I was getting paid. So something must be amiss. You know, basically like, you know, Reed's being bribed or he's going for the quick buck, and I didn't want to lose people's trust.
Right.
But now, like, as my business grows, what I'm realizing is, you know, one, it's actually kind of interesting to make money recommending products that you really like.
Yes.
And I think early on, too, like, I didn't have products that I really believed in that much, that I would put my reputation behind it.
Yes.
And so now I'm trying to change that, and affiliate marketing does seem to be a really great way to reach a lot more people. If you do it responsibly. Yes,
it is a good way to reach more people. It's also, I know that when I was healing, like I was going through a big healing transformation, a part of my life, and I was desperate. I was searching everywhere to find good information, and there's so much out there that it's very confusing. You don't know what to look for, and most of us don't have the bandwidth, time, money to go through all these products to find something that's really good. So if someone I respected said, this made a difference for me, I was really grateful. It added value. It shortened my learning curve. Because they had already gone through the effort of searching through 15 different products or sampling different things to find something that really worked.
So you guys, you ended up benefiting from somebody else being a good curator of content. Which now also, because I'm more, you know, out there in my community, I feel like I found the people that I really want to recommend. You know, if not just to help them create product too, so that we can get more of what they're specializing in out there, so that I don't have to create everything myself. That's been really useful for me. When you are going through, you know, launches and things like that, like, I guess my two questions are going to be, how can I not screw this up? I know that you're helping me, so that will help. But like, what are you looking for when you're doing a launch for a product, and then what are you also looking for when somebody comes to you guys and is like, hey, I want to be an affiliate? Like, how does somebody be a good affiliate? How does somebody also be a good, you know, den mom to their affiliates?
Well, we're both using we're using the Brendan Burchard approach, which I really love.
I'm a huge fan.
Yeah, it makes it so much easier for people to promote. I feel very comfortable promoting a free training video, sending that to my list if it's value added, rather than sending them to a sales page. So a sales page, it's a little, you can burn your list if you do it too much. So that's something you need to be careful of. Your list is something to be nurtured and cultivated and grown. And if you start sending them sales page after sales page just to make money, they're going to unsubscribe. They're not going to listen to you anymore.
Yeah.
But if you're sending them something that's really valuable, so the videos that you're using for your launch are very valuable. They're key things that people need to make better relationships. It's really easy to send it to your list at that point.
Yeah.
And you can, one of the things I love to do, I almost never use that. Most affiliates, or most people doing a launch will send their affiliates some words they can use, some verbiage, ad copy they can use. I almost never use it verbatim. I almost always change it, tweak it to the language my list is used to, and I add some value of my own to make that email, that's the email that's going out, something that's more personal. I add my own comments, my own thoughts. Like for your difficult conversation video, the one you're as part of your sales process, I can genuinely add that I wish I had this when I was growing up. It's so powerful. It makes such a difference in people's lives,
Yeah.
not just in romantic relationships. So I add something personal in it. How if I'd had this, it would have touched me, made a difference for me. So I'm not just blanket spamming people. I'm sharing why it's valuable, why they should listen, and adding something personal in it. So it's from me. They subscribe to hear my voice. So I make sure my voice is in there.
And I think that that's probably what changed back when I was early on looking at info marketing or internet marketing.
Yeah.
There was a lot. The old sales approach was, here's all the stuff you're gonna get when you sign up.
Yes.
And then I think the reason I fell in love with Brendan's stuff, thanks to David Wood, who's a part of this little video training. I get to interview him in a day or two. But he sent me to Brendan because I think he knew from being a fan of Brendan that Brendan was finally the person I was going to glom onto.
Yeah.
And resonate with, and Brendan's biggest thing, he didn't invent the whole video marketing sales flow, but basically his whole thing was give the training away. Like, train people, don't sell them.
Right.
Like, give them free stuff, because 90%, 95% of the people that come to your website aren't going to buy anyway.
Right. Train them while you can.
So change their lives now. And if you do give them that amazing content, and they want to go deeper, then what you end up selling them is a course or a series of audio programs or whatever. In my case, it's going to be what people are buying is like a daily step-by-step, like baby step process, so that they can go deeper and integrate things. That changed it for me completely, because then I was like, oh my god, like I don't have to sell people, I just have to train them.
Yes.
And that I'm super geeky about.
Right. And as an affiliate for something like that, something with that approach, you're not kind of burning out your list. How many of us have had someone introduce us to someone who's fabulous? We remember the person that did the introing.
Yeah.
And we're grateful to them. So we're creating a win-win-win triangle. With the person selling the product is getting to share their information in a powerful way and gets rewarded financially. The affiliate gets the value added of getting to pass on really amazing information for free to their list, and with any sales through that link, they get paid. And the person listening to it, the person on the list, is going, wow, they know really cool people, and I really need this information. I can't wait to exchange a little bit of money for this information that will make my life better. So when you set up a good synergy that way, that's for me what I'm looking for when I set up a launch or I choose to do affiliate for someone else. Are they creating it up so it's a win-win-win? They're not trying to hoodwink someone. They're not trying to pull anything over. It's really value added on every step of the way.
Yeah, it's not like when you're setting up a blind date and you hope it works out for them because you're kind of not sure if that person's a dick or not, and you're kind of not sure if your friend's crazy or not. So you're trying to create the win-win. All right. What about what are you looking for when people come to you and want to be affiliates? Like, what should I be looking for when they're coming to me? Like how do
Well,
you know when somebody you should, like, do you guys say no
we
to
don't
certain
typically
people?
say no for people. We just like most affiliate programs, we don't allow people to use their affiliate link to purchase for their own personal use.
Okay.
It's to promote something out there. So otherwise, other people come in and maybe get a 50% discount on their products. It's not designed for that. So if we see someone doing that, we'll ask them to either stop or to no longer be an affiliate. We don't turn people down. We do a lot of training, and the people that are interested and curious will come through and start taking action. But for people that, if we're looking for a big affiliate, we'll sometimes give either a better percentage, or we'll try to help them out or add some bonuses in from them to help sweeten the deal for them. If they have a proactive list, a list that's eager to interact,
Yeah.
because there's dead lists, there's lists with people with a lot of names on it, but they're not really interacting. It goes right to a spam folder or something. It's not really an active list. So if they have an active buying list on a subject that we like, and they're willing and they're enthusiastic, that's a big thing for me. I encourage people, never promote something unless you're really enthusiastic about it.
Yeah.
You may not have seen the product, like your product isn't quite ready, like people can't see your product yet, but people know you and they know what you teach and your message. So it's really easy to get behind something you're passionate about. Don't promote something you don't have a really good feel for.
Sure.
If someone comes up to you and says, and this does happen sometimes especially in the marketing area, I'll give you 100% of the commissions if you promote this. But you can lose credibility really fast if you're not checking it out carefully.
Sure.
And making sure it's really value added.
Well, and there were times when people were asking me to, affiliate for them, and I would say, well, send me the product, let me take a look at it, and they wouldn't send me the product. I didn't know if it was because it wasn't ready or not, but I actively didn't do that,
right?
Because I was afraid. For this launch, we'll have our sales videos and the free training stuff, so people will get a sense of how that's going to look and feel, because it's going to mirror exactly how the training program's going to be.
Yeah, which is very clever.
Thank you. Yeah, like see, one brilliant idea. The other questions I have around, like, so in the sex ed world, in the sex geek world, a lot of people have blogs, and we're making some money off their blogs by having buttons that were basically affiliate links. You clicked on this button for Good Vibes or for Crash Pad series or whatnot, and that link was tracked by the other website's shopping cart, and so people would get paid so many cents or whatever per click. So I think that's the affiliate model that the sex ed world, the sex geek community knows about. And then this is kind of the next version of it, where
it's a little more active, where you're actively tweeting and Facebooking and email and in blogging, and including something that you can write your own article about relationships and how it's really important to make a difference in relationships and how a bad relationship can affect your life in negative ways, and if at the end of it you might say, just if you're interested, Reed Mahalko has this great product that can help you change your life in a really powerful way around relationships. Here's the link.
Yeah.
So you could talk actively about, like, this is the product. The whole blog could be about the product.
Or you could interview me for your blog or for your podcast, and then say, hey, go to my website and then click on this link, because it jumps to Reed's thing. And then once the link brings them to the free training videos, and then they're in my little sequence of getting the videos, which end up with a final video, which is basically the sales video that says, hey, if you like this free training and you want to go deeper or have me hold your hand along the way, click the button below. And and at that point, and this is what I love so much about Brendan's stuff, and the other people who do this kind of campaigning, is it's a lot easier for me. I mean, this basically happened, with Brendan's stuff after David introduced me to him. Is I just got super excited and watched all of his training videos, and then it was up to me whether I wanted to go deeper or not.
Right.
I was still left a better person at the end of it.
Yeah, and that's really important and powerful. And for those of you watching this that are relatively new to affiliate marketing, the nice thing is the system automatically cookies you in. So if someone uses any of the links, affiliate links, to go to Reed's site, anything that is bought bought from his site on that computer automatically gets credited. So you get the 50% on most products that way. Mm-hmm. So it's not just the one-time deal. If you get someone excited about Reed and that person goes back and buys 10 other products, you get the affiliate commission on all those other products too, mm-hmm. provided they use the same computer, which most people do. Got it. So, and that's kind of cool. It's an exciting side benefit to getting people excited about someone you really like.
Mm-hmm. And then also, for the people that are listening, if and when you want to be creating your own content, or writing a book and, mm-hmm. and getting the sex geek community to help you sell it, this is a good opportunity because we're just starting off. For you guys, if you want to become affiliates from me, to watch and have the experience as we go through this and our learning curve, I'm basically going to share with everybody. Mm-hmm. This is why we're doing these interviews. Is one, I'm freaked out. Two, I don't want to screw up and mm-hmm. embarrass myself in front of my peers. So in the interest of transparency, I might as well tell you all I'm freaked out. I think I'm going to blow it and make a huge, catastrophe. But while I'm doing that and asking for help, taping these interviews, sharing them with everybody so that the rest of the sex geek community doesn't have to reinvent the wheel.
Yes.
So why not, be an affiliate with us right now and at least experience how it is and watch what happens so you can be included in all of this. And then and when and if you want to be launching your own products, you'll have a lot of this already kind of in your body because you're like, oh yeah, I've been through this.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so helpful that you're helping me right now being my affiliate manager, because how many launches have you and Rick done?
20, I think.
Yeah. So, see, that just makes me feel better.
I'm so glad. The nice thing is if you sign up to be an affiliate, it doesn't obligate you in any way. You don't have to promote anything. Mm-hmm. But Reed is being very generous on sharing all this because most people don't. Most people just keep it in the back room and you see the outside, what happens. You don't hear when they didn't get something done in time or what they struggled with. So learning from other people's mistakes is powerful. And the other thing is just get your feet. I encourage people just to get your feet wet and tweak it as you go. You don't have to get it perfect. Reed, you don't have to get it perfect. The people affiliating you don't have to get it perfect. I was so awkward the first few times I promoted somebody. I uncomfortable, nervous, and we're always that way when we do something new. It's like learning to tie your shoe. Just get out there and tweet a few things or put a couple Facebook posts or email once. As you do it, your brain will go, oh my God, I get it now. You'll understand it from a different perspective. And if you affiliate for other people, you'll understand what your affiliates need so much more. Yeah. You'll have an understanding that you wouldn't have otherwise. So it does make a huge difference. And the money, a lot of people make more money being affiliates for other people than they make for their own products. Got it. So wow. There's a lot of people out there that some people don't even have their own products. They build a list around sharing really value-added stuff with their list mm-hmm. and some blog posts. That's what they do. So people can make quite a bit of money. I mean, we've made $6,000 on a single affiliate promotion before. Mm-hmm. So it's not like it's, out of sight. It's not when someone has a really good product and good sales videos or sales conversion, you can make quite a bit of money without a lot of work.
Yeah. I remember for Susan Branton, who's from Personal Life Media, which is one of the other interviews you guys will all watch. She was, as much as I can figure out, she was my first official. I was an affiliate for somebody and promoted her product that she did with Tallulah Sulis, which is all about female ejaculation. And the reason I was okay with that is I'd taken Tallulah's class with my partner Allison, and it totally worked. It was a great class, and I wanted to help spread that information. And Susan made it really easy for me by sending me, copy that I could, cut and paste and then tweak little things, put it in my own words, and help me with the links and all that. So that's what we're basically going to be doing, is doing a lot of hand holding with everybody as they learn. And of course, like if you've already done this and you're going to be an affiliate and you're like, oh, affiliate schmiliate, I do this all the time. We won't be that annoying. We'll let you run free and wild. But if you need the hand holding, we're totally going to do that. The other thing I just want to say too for the folks that are listening is there's also a reason I've chosen Cathy, and was excited about Cathy being my affiliate manager. And this is also just my acknowledgement for you, Cathy. Your bedside manner is like you're a really good midwife, because you're keeping me from going crazy and you're keeping me on task. And people who know me know that I'm not always the most linear, person in the world. But also to let people know that when you watch the interviews with Susan and David and Adam, these are people that do really big launches, and some of those interviews they'll be throwing words like around like EPC, which is your earnings per click, and talking about split testing your pages and stuff like that. And that's super, like brown belt, black belt affiliate stuff that you don't have to know right now, and it's okay to be overwhelmed with right now, because I was listening to them and I kind of understand it, but I was still getting overwhelmed.
Yeah.
So my acknowledgement is I really appreciate your bedside manner, because I think that's going to be really helpful for a lot of the sex geeks who are basically going to freak out the way that I'm freaking out, but they're going to do it being an affiliate, while I'm the one who's doing the launch and freaking out on a whole other level. So thank you for just being you and having the tone that you have. I think it's going to be really helpful for those of us in the sex geek community that are curious, who are nervous about this.
Well, thank you. I think it's so important. Other communities are already sharing stuff with affiliates, and it does build momentum when a bunch of people are talking about the same thing. Our brain is naturally designed so it ignores things that aren't talked about repeatedly. And a lot of the studies have said we have to hear something 7 times before we really think it's important. So when you have a community all talking, or a bunch of them talking about one thing, it creates that momentum, and that helps spread the word. And the information the sex geek community has is so vital. People need it so bad. So if we can get it out there and touch people's lives, it's worth everything right there.
Yeah. Any other little bits of advice for people on being good affiliates?
I think sharing your passion, remembering. I think the biggest thing for me is, for a lot of people that I've met, it seems like the information is old hat. The information that freely goes around the community is, you're kind of used to it. And for someone who's walked in relatively new, it's like, oh my God, that's fantastic. So if you can, remember how it felt before you have that information, and share that with your list. Remember
before we became disgruntled sex educators, and we're like, yeah, clitoral legs. I've known about that for 10 years. Everybody knows.
Most people don't, because I've been sharing that a lot more, and people are like, what are you talking about? So when we're in a community like that where people are cross-feeding, yeah, we've all got this. It's great. But anyone that's coming in new, they're like, this is life-changing. Yeah. It's relationship-changing. So if you can remember the passion and the newness of what you're sharing, that makes a huge difference. Because when we speak from that vulnerability, that intensity and that passion, especially when make it authentic. If it's not authentic, don't share it. But if you remember what it was like not to know this stuff, and how you struggled, how you didn't know how to talk to your partner about something, and it caused all kinds of chaos and stress, and then all of a sudden you learned a really cool way to talk to them, share that passion, share that wonder, like, oh my God, this can make a difference in your life. It's made a difference in mine, and I've lived with it share that passion. And being vulnerable is hard. Being passionate is sometimes scary, but it is changing people's lives, and it's worth it to be out there anyway.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How can people who are curious about your stuff, your other work, how can they find you?
My website's www.theintimacydojo.com. And we also do emotional freedom techniques on thrivingnow.com. So you're welcome to check us out. We'd love to help you make your lives better too.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, so for people listening, just to recap, we're going to have a couple of other interviews with people who do affiliate programs and product launches on a really large level. And this whole little series, which I think I'm going to call Sexpert Affiliate 101.
Nice.
So this whole idea is really, the intention is to help other people in the sex ed, sex geek community to figure out other ways to grow their businesses and how to not have to reinvent the wheel every time. So this is going to be about my launching my first big e-course training program, and launching my affiliate program at the same time, and putting this all together. And so if come along for the ride, and watch me freak out, and watch Cathy be really patient with me, as I cut my teeth on this whole new thing that has me really nervous. Like, my neck is super tight right now. And get to know some other really amazing business people in the sex and relationship and intimacy sphere. So you'll be watching a video with Susan Bratton from Personal Life Media, David Wood from SolutionBox.com, and then Adam Gilad, who owns like a gazillion websites all around relationships, specifically geared towards men and women of the more straight variety. Same thing with Susan. So this is also to let my sex geek friends know, like, I am aware right now that the rest of these interviews are going to be all a bunch of white people, because I personally haven't met anybody in the sex ed realm who's doing affiliate stuff, who's a person of color. So if you know them, email us, because I want to interview them too. But part of what I want to do is create more diversity in the affiliate marketing and info marketing realm around sex and relationships too. So, like, I have a much larger vision for the sex geek community, and hopefully me freaking out and recording it and letting you guys watch, from a business perspective, is going to just help our community to begin, just grow and get more product out there in ways that make that reach more people. So diversity is key too. So there's a larger picture that I'm aware of, and so if you have good leads on more people out there of a diverse nature, send them to Cathy and I, because I want to interview them too. This isn't representative of the sex geek community yet. Anything to add, Cathy?
No, I think that's great. I'm really excited about this getting out there.
Me too. Awesome. So thanks everybody for putting up with my freaking out. I appreciate it. I'll see you later, Cathy. Thank you.
Bye.